When laying out artificial grass, it is important that the sub-base is perfectly flat and stable. Irregularities must be filled in or leveled before you start rolling out the geotextile. A geotextile cover is rolled out on top of the soil layer. The geotextile makes sure the pressure is distributed evenly across the pitch and protects the back of the artificial grass carpet. Sometimes a shock pad is placed underneath the artificial grass surface. Its purpose is to increase the pitch's shock absorption capability and minimize the infill. Here the shock pad substitutes for the geotextile. The rolls are rolled out lengthwise across the pitch. Use an iron bar or tool to guide the roll and position it properly. At regular intervals, a piece of tape is stuck to the shock pad to keep it firmly in position. Make sure the seams are joined properly. When placing a roll, this procedure is repeated over and over again. Once the shock pad has been rolled out across the entire pitch, the overlapping pieces are cut off at the edges, and the artificial grass can be rolled out. After a geotextile cover or a shock pad has been installed, a lorry delivers the artificial grass, which is unloaded on site. Then the rolls are taken to the pitch and placed next to each other. Afterwards, the rolls are rolled out one by one along the width of the field, with slight overlapping. The procedure follows the laying plan designed by Domo Sports and Leisure Grass. The artificial grass is placed in the correct position and the folds pulled out. Make sure the seams join properly. Now that the artificial grass has been placed in the correct position, the overlapping edges are cut off to make the seams fit together perfectly. Then the artificial grass cover is pulled up at both sides, in preparation of gluing. The two-component glue is mixed on site. A hole in the lid allows one component to blend with the other. Next, the glue is put onto a tape that is laid down across the width of the field, in between the artificial grass. Once the tape is in the right position, the sides of the artificial grass cover can be pulled back. Replacing a roll of tape is an easy and rapid operation. An appropriate tool will be used to ensure a perfect gluing edge to edge. Finally, a heavy roller, a small road roller, is used to press the seams down against the glue. It is best to repeat the procedure several times for each individual seam. After the carpet has been jointed, the insertion of the lines has to be done. The perimeter lines and middle line are usually incorporated into the carpet during manufacture. Using a tool with a double blade, all other lines, such as central circles, rectangles around the goals, corners, etc., have to be cut into and pasted onto the carpet. The lines are usually delivered in rolls according to the required length. The inlaid line will be jointed to the surface, following the same principle as the one used for the carpet. Sometimes lines need to be cut on site from an appropriate piece of grass carpet. This can, for example, be the case with the inlay of the line from the middle circle. The last phase when installing an artificial grass pitch is filling in the sand and rubber. The sand is usually delivered in silos or in big bags. A larger quantity of sand is filled at the beginning of the pitch in order to keep good stability when driving with the sand machine. It is important that the sand filling is done in dry weather conditions, with dry sand. In order to avoid deformation of the artificial fiber, intensive brushing is done with brushes moving laterally. The sand is deeply and evenly spread in order to ensure a good and even surface. The rubber is usually delivered in big bags. The filling with rubber granules will be done in several layers. While filling in the rubber, the surface needs to be brushed in order for the rubber granules to be evenly spread. Now the pitch is ready. Time to enjoy!